Hello, welcome back to my GregBlock series. Today I am probably going to be getting a macerator here. I don't know if there's an actual... It's opened up a quest anywhere. Gas turbine, arc furnace. Not seen it anywhere. I do want a chemical bath, but I want to... I don't know. I don't see it anywhere, macerator, because you do need... it probably opens up after this. That's what I'm guessing. So let's see what we can... Okay, and monzonite I need. Iridium, no. I think I needed one of these. What else did I need for that quest? Monzonite, I need lithium, platinum, graphite, manganese, and a diamond. Now I have a few of these I've been sifting. Oh, it's actually done. Need to fill it up. Alright, there we go. So there's one lithium. I'm not going to do all of it. Was it neat? Did I need that neo? No. Didn't need that one. There's diamond. Graphite, I think, was one, wasn't it? Quartzite. Okay, what am I missing for this quest? Manganese and platinum. The other ones I have. So manganese, let's see where that comes from. Manganese ingot comes from pyrolusite, it looks like. And I think I did see, yeah, pyrolusite. And what was the other one? I got that platinum. Let's see where platinum ingot comes from. Oops. Sheldonite. Fine platinum ore. Sheldonite. It looks like I can probably smelt. Maybe not. Where? Platinum shell? No, sheldonite's not a thing. Platinum? Platinum is. So I gotta do gravel. That's the last one I need. It's a bit annoying, but throw that in there. Alright, but today I'm working on my macerator, I think. So basic macerator, so I can double my outputs. The steam one does not double, whereas the LV one does, and I needed a diamond for it, which I got. Piston, electric motor, LV machine hull, and couple of cables. Really not bad at all. I'm just going to grab some more of this. Chuck that in there. Alright, let us... Hopefully... we'll get one out of this. I'm basically sieving sand for diamond. But... oh, there's platinum. Okay, so just kidding, I don't need to do that. I have nowhere to put this stuff either. I'm just going to get rid of that, and then I'm going to cook the platinum. Didn't look far enough. I forgot the chest isn't big enough to get everything, so... Alright. So there's cobalt. This is for some wires if I need. I think I can just smelt all this stuff. Alright. So lithium is good too, because I can use batteries. Yeah, gives you 100,000 EU per battery. So I may upgrade all my little LV batteries. Don't want to touch that, I will die. Can I reach it? No. I was trying to click on that, I'm a little too far away from it. So hopefully when this quest is finished, it'll open up the macerator quest. Not that it really matters, but... There we go. So I got tier 4 sifting done. Still haven't killed the wither yet, but... Ah, and that opened up MVH. Cool. That opens up waffles, cutting machines. Yeah, still don't see the macerator anywhere. Maybe I'm blind. Alright, anyway. Well, I'm going to do that next anyway. So I'm going to... Oh, there it is. Basic macerator. I don't know if that was not there before. Alright, anyway, but that's what I'm going to go for next. So I'm going to get some of these materials, and I will be right back. Alright, so we got all the materials. That actually wasn't too bad. I'm actually getting pretty good at the remembering what all the components are. Now, I've been slowly cooking up aluminum here. I have 800,000 capacity, and it used about 500,000 capacity to cook 4 aluminum. So I could probably do... I'll wait till it gets up to 600,000, I think. Okay, so I was actually pretty short on copper here, so I actually switched this out to get some more copper. But alright. So now I have a macerator. And I feel like this should also be kind of up top. I'm not going to put it up top, but I'm going to eventually have a hopper feeding into it and then stuff coming out the back. Kind of constantly, like the sieve. But for now, we're just going to kind of throw it down there. And since I need copper really bad, and I also need iron pretty bad too. So this isn't the fastest machine in the world. But now it's going to take the copper. Actually, I just had a thought. This might smelt into... let me check really quick. Oops. Yeah, this smelts into 8 copper nuggets, and that is a big old pain. But this will smelt in... Okay, so yeah. Oh, you can get antimony out of that. Not that that's a big issue. Usually when you have to actually mine for it, it's a bit more. Okay, so this will double this, and then we'll crush this down. You can either use a hammer, or you can use the forge hammer. and that'll crush that down into pure dusts. And then you can either clean these, which I'm not going to do, or just throw them in a furnace, and then I'll cook that up into copper ingots. So there we go. So we finally got some doubling of resources here. So this macerator is actually, I don't need that anymore. Oh man, I can't get that without, if I touch these steam pipes, I'm gonna die. Alright. So I'm just gonna put that probably in here, I guess, for now. I don't think I can melt these down. Not pulverize. Yeah. Sometimes you can melt machines down, or used to be able to in an older version of Gregtech in an arc furnace, but it looks like we can't do it in this one. Alright. So I need some more water over here. Now these dusts, you could do, it uses up a third of a tank, I think, but if you throw the whole thing in, it'll only use a third, and you'll clean all your dusts. Alright, so we're up to 580,000. Let's try 4 more. I'm not making enough to run this constantly, obviously, with only one little steam LV machine. Alright, so let's look. Alright, so we finally did that. MV. Looks like it's asking you to do a basic cutting machine in Gallium. I feel like once I can get more steel, I'm just gonna make all these. I'm not even gonna use them, but I like having the quests finished. So this is asking for gallium and a cutting machine. So gallium I can get sphalerite. I have sphalerite. Don't I also moved all my dusts to this, and I put some of my steel meshes in here. So sphalerites, not there. Wait, do I have a centrifuge yet? Phosphor. Do I have no sphalerite? I have one. Oh, phosphate. There we go. There we go. It's getting phosphorus in there. So, yeah, the only way you can get sphalerite is from nether, crushed nether. In string. There's so many different types of chunks, ore chunks. Now I did. I've made a bunch of netherrack. I've just kind of had that going, feeding this lava into the barrels, and then feeding redstone into it with a hopper. Probably be easier if I use this, to be honest. No. Alright, I have 3 extra. But that's a string, right? Sphalerite. What else does this do? I do need some of these items anyway. So this is not getting... This is drawing all the... Oh, no, we ran out of power. Alright, so I was at about, what, 600,000? 568 or something? So I was drawing way too much power. So can't do 4 in a row yet unless I have a full, almost a full buffer. But I am thinking about lithium batteries here. So I do have lithium. I already have the small batteries. I can basically extract it. So like if I do this, if you put this small lithium battery in an extractor, you lose the sodium though. But sodium is really easy to get. I have tons of rock salts and I can electrolyze it really easily. But let's take that out. I wanted a string one. And then chuck this stuff in here. And for now, I'm just going to throw that there. Okay. So gallium, I need to... I think it's tiny. Is it tiny pile? Electrolyze, sphalerite dust. You'll get 1 tiny pile, a 25% chance, and you get zinc and sulfur, which sulfur is actually quite useful. It makes rubber. So let's see. How would I, if I pulverize that down, I'd get the impure. Garnet dust, don't have any need for that. Look at that, the chemical makeup of that, that's crazy. Alright. So what was I'll wait. I'm going to put this in here and wait. I definitely need to produce some better power here, for sure. Okay, so now that I have the macerator, okay, so these opened up as well. So lathe is good because you can use ingots to get into, if I need rods. So I'm making a lot of these motors, and you need iron rods for this, and this is a 1-to-1, but if you use a lathe, you get 1-to-1 and then a little bit of iron dust, which you can actually reuse and smelt up again. So you're actually getting, so every 2 ingots, so like 2 ingots, you're going to get 2 rods and another ingot to make another rod. So it's like 2 to 3-ish, I think. Is that what it is? And then that extra rod, you know, the extra iron ingot, you're going to get 2 more dust from it. So I think a lathe is going to be one to go after. A polarizer is another good one. It's easy enough. You just put these rods in, and it gives you magnetic rods instead of having to use the redstone. 4 redstone usually to get a magnetic iron rod, but if you just put this in the machine, it'll automatically do that. So that's another good one to do. But I think I'm going to farm up a whole bunch of mats here, maybe a bunch of circuits, and kind of start working on replacing all my other machines over here. to get rid of all these steam machines, so I can get rid of this whole kind of setup, so I don't have to keep walking back here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 machines I want to replace, including the lathe, so 6 or 7 machines I want to build. But I'm not going to do that on camera. I will be back with some materials. Alright, so we have enough for the lathe I ended up going for. Oop, forgot to get the diamond. Just throw this in the furnace really quick. Now these diamond chunks are a little different. You can smelt them to get a diamond, but if you break them down, you can't smelt this stuff into a diamond. What's that? Oh, diamond comb. So you get crushed diamond ore, and then you can get impure diamond ore. Then you could clean that and get diamond dust. But diamond dust is not, you can't like compress it into a diamond. So we can't double diamond ore if you need actual diamonds. Alright, so there is my lathe. And lathe doesn't need to be up top. I'm not going to be piping stuff in. But what I did do is get some... I also got some lithium here. Gonna hammer that down. And I'm extracting, putting the small sodium batteries in the extractor. I'm getting small battery holes, and then I can add the yeah, I'm just gonna leave. I think well, I'm gonna do all the batteries, but just trying to keep my inventory a little bit clean here because it gets really full. I keep dying on that steam pipe right there. I really need to get that taken care of. Okay. Alright, so they have 100,000. Supposed to use with 50,000. So they can just hold a whole lot more. Now I have my macerator running here. And now I have a canning machine running, so as you can see, this is not filling up very fast anymore. Let's just pull all these out. And throw them all in the extractor, because I have enough now. This doesn't go super quick though, is the problem. Alright, so now I have a lathe. Well, that's kind of working. Lathe is pretty easy. Let's say I need 2 pistons because these use a lot of rods. So just chuck it in and then it'll give you a rod and some dust. And then you can cook that dust up again and kind of repeat. So definitely reduces the amount of materials you need. Unfortunately, it does take a little while to go. And same with steel, but the only problem with steel is you can put steel in the lathe. Let's see. So you can get the steel and then you get 2 small piles of dust. And then you can turn that into a big pile of dust, but you can't smelt that in a regular smelter. There we go. So there's no way to smelt that. I mean, you can do other things from it. Wow, that seems like a waste. 51 steel to 50 dust and 1 carbon. That's terrible. But the only way to cook it, ferro-boron alloy, is to put it in a blast furnace, and you need 120 U per tick, so it's the same as aluminum, just a little bit more. So yeah, you can't just throw that back in a furnace. Once this is cooked in the primitive blast furnace, it still has to go back in a... So there we go. So we got 6... Let's see, well, how many we put? We put 6 ingots in here. So we got 6 rods and then 3 iron. So technically this 3 iron could go back in, so you would get 9, and then you would get 1.5 more ingots, so you could do 10. And then you would have, what, 10.5 or 11? So 6 ingots gives about 10 rods as opposed to a 1-to-1 ratio. So definitely worth it. Alright, so put those back in there. Wood planks. Now, I think this unbanded riot can be just smelted. Yeah, you can just smelt this. So now I basically am going to be at least attempting to double all my stuff here in the macerator. Redstone, now like touch of heatite, we can chuck in there. A lot of these I don't really need. These are all just pyrite. That's good, that's good. Actually, yeah, a lot of this is copper and stuff. The only thing is copper, copper. I'm not sure about pyrite. Can you, let's see. No, that's not what I want. So pyrite, you can crush down into pyrite ore and pure pyrite dust. Oh, you can. You can. You can just smelt it. So I'm gonna throw those in there. Get my batteries going. And then I gotta figure out where I want to go from here. Maybe the electrical, there it is. The polarizer. I've pretty much gotten all the ones that lower the amounts of materials you need for each of these machines. Maybe a chemical bath would be a good one, so I could make paper, because I'm using a whole lot of paper. So it's either these 3 chads, you get 3, or you do the wood chippings, or you could just do some water with a wood pulp and you get paper in it. It does take, or chad you could do, even. Whatever you want. So that is probably another option I want to be going, and I'm going to need a cutting thing. I do need the basic cutting for this. And did I ever... Where's that sphalerite? Where did I put it? So I was going to electrolyze that. Did I already put it? I didn't put it in here, did I? Nope. Where did I put that? Oh, there's some sphalerite. Need to get that all the way down. Yeah, it's clean. Is it in here? I feel like I... Did put that through already. That's weird. Thought I did. Alright, so I need 2 to get that gallium, I think it was. So there's sphalerite. We'll hammer that down. And I don't have a centrifuge yet, so I can't clean it automatically or with the machine. Alright. Where am I? There we go. So we're doing this one. Sphalerite dust, tiny pallet gallium dust, and I believe that was just in electrolyzer. Now this thing drains power like crazy. Yeah, these aren't even going up because I'm using because of that. Right, but there's my tiny gallium, and I get zinc out of it, which is good. Yeah, I'll put that in there. I'm not gonna... This makes rubber. I'm not gonna have it automatically come out though. Now, why is that? I'm definitely struggling a bit here on power, for sure. I think that was having issues because I only have one battery with EU in it, so I was only sending 1 amp out, and it was having to like share. I think, don't quote me on that. So I think I just realized actually when this is saying work needs more power, it's probably because I have less than 4 batteries sending the amps out, or 6 batteries I think I needed. Is it? Yeah, because there's 3 energy inputs, so this is drawing 6 amps. So if you have less than 6 batteries, like these aren't going to send out any amps because they're empty. So that, yeah. So I just realized that. I'd never really thought about that before. But so now this is drawing power. So it's drawing power from this one, it looks like. And then if I put something else on, like another machine on, it would try to draw from this power, and then I'm not powering up enough. So interesting. Alright, so I have the gallium. Can I even use this yet, is the question. Ah, yes, the diodes. And this is used in this thing. Let's see, this is a million EU, almost 1.1 million EU. In 7 minutes I would have to run that for 7 minutes to get this completed. I don't know if I'd be able to do that. But if I can do that, I can cut it down in a cutting machine, which I need. It told me I needed. And this is how you get these wafer things. You just do all very similar, distilled water, lubricant, or water. And then these wafers is what you use to get parts of circuits. And that's how you get these circuits, and this is how you get these in a machine. But yeah, that's quite a bit of stuff. stuff there. I am thinking about seeing if I can get an MV. What are they called? Generator or turbine? Turbine. Advanced steam turbine. I may work on this next to get more power. Not 100% sure because this is just all bronze. I have aluminum, some wire. I mean, I have all this stuff. Copper wire. Copper wire, you have to put in an assembler. You can't do it by hand, but it just has rubber. But I'm making rubber. I have an assembler right next to it, so I have rubber in there. I could just put it in there and then make copper wires with that. These are just bronze, easy enough. Actually, before we go, I'm gonna, let's see. Let's do this. And I don't have a cutting machine yet. So maybe I should do the cutting machine next. Because this can cut... No, I don't really need it yet. I have so many other machines I want to build. I might just replace all these. I have 5 left. That's all I got to do. And I might as well just bite the bullet and do it all at once. Alright, so bronze rods. Really quickly. And all these small piles get a bit annoying after a while. But, so these 2 rods, I can cut that bolt down. Yeah, let's just do both. And then you can throw this back in the lathe, and they will make screws for you. So it's cheaper. As opposed to 1 ingot makes 1 screw, you can do 1 ingot makes 2 screws, I think. So, yeah. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.